Hey guys, Tommy Gerasi here with MEA Worldwide. We're live on the red carpet for the Downton Abbey movie premiere, our favorite television show coming to the big screen. Stay tuned for more. I wanted to ask you, the show and the movie even more so is a lot about female empowerment and females empowering each other. Was that important to you when you took the role originally?
I mean, I'm just so delighted that's kind of the way it went. I'm not sure I would have been aware of it when we started, but Julian has such a heart for these women, and they sort of developed into being, as you say, these super interesting characters that sort of drove the show forward. And yeah, I'm so happy to be part of that.
Well, my question for you is, how did it feel to step back in after all that time?
Well, I thought it might be tricky, but it wasn't actually. It was like putting a glove on. It was like wearing, putting a really lovely, long, luxurious glove on, actually. It was really sweet, yeah.
And I won't ask you anything about wardrobe, except, did you get to keep anything from the set?
Do you know what? Strangely, I was offered if I wanted to keep one of my dresses. And like a dum-dum, I said, no, thank you. And I should have kept it, because that's like an item that I would have probably treasured for the rest of my life, because although it looks like I'm wearing a black tent, it's an incredibly intricate black tent that is beautifully made, and they put a lot of effort into it. So, yeah.
So, Andy, the renegade, the rebel, and the hero, kind of. How did it feel to get into those shoes?
Well, I like being a renegade and a rebel, so that's great. I mean, that's not what Andy's been able to do previously, so when I read that he was going to have a bit about him, I thought, okay, great, I'm up for playing that, because you always want to play those sort of parts as an actor that are a little bit, got a bit of edge, and he's finally shown that he might have some as well.
You stepping into this and being a little bit of stirring the pot in this film, How did that feel?
Well, it's always fun playing an interesting pot stirrer, as you call them. It was intimidating to join an established cast like this, but everyone made it such a lovely experience. They really did.
And did you stay in character even when you weren't on duty, let's say?
No, I'm not a method actor, not in that sense. And with this lot, it'd be hard anyway. They have so much fun, I think, because they've done the show together for so long that the set environment was so relaxed, and we did great work, but we also had a great time, and that's, the key to our industry, I think.
How does one keep Violet in check?
You don't keep Violet in check, you just try and catch up with her the entire time. That's what happens.
Well, you bested her a few times.
Yeah, well, yes, this time I did, but Julian's given me a few lines, so usually I'm the one with the zigzag mouth at the end, because she usually bests me, but no, Julian's been a bit more generous with me this time.
And the storyline was so pro-women, as far as The Secret and those things. I felt it was very pro-women and very progressive.
Yes.
How did it feel to finally be that way in that time?
Well, I think in those big households, especially in that upper class world, women did rule the roost a bit. I mean, not in public life. They didn't become Prime Minister or Lord Chancellor, but in their little domain, you can see I think it's very accurate the way those women were written, and especially when the First World War came along, because they were the ones at home coping.
How does it feel to be the comic relief in the film?
Am I the comic relief? I suppose. Well, I hope I'm not the only comic relief. Yeah, it's lovely. I mean, Julian's just written me as he always has done, written me some beautiful stuff, and it's an absolute pleasure to revisit this character. I love this man. I love what he offered me and what I've been able to take on, and sort of what's evolved over the years. It's been a fantastic journey. It's very rare at home in Britain to be in a show for 6 years. It's unlike in the States, where you've got a lot of long-running shows. 6 years is really unusual. Normally they last about 3 or 4 tops. So it gave us the chance to explore all the different facets of all of the characters. But I think Mr. Molesley sort of was rewarded in he became a fully rounded figure. I mean, people, I think, at the beginning were suspicious of him and didn't trust him. And I think eventually, people seem to have come around to like him, which I'm really pleased about.
Coming into a show like this, which is such a family, but to come in as king, how did that feel?
Well, you see, there's a sort of disadvantage in you're joining the team, but you're also coming in as their superior. So one of my favourite moments was when Maggie Smith curtsies to me, and I helped her up. I thought, well, I'm home and dry. This is all I need. This is all I need. I can die now.
That's true.
Yes.
And did you get to keep anything regal from the movie?
Well, people have kept saying that, and I thought, well, where would I wear it? I mean, one of the red tunic with and they have a hat with the ostrich feathers is, I think, in the exhibition at in Boston now. The Downton exhibition. And how many fancy dress parties could I wear it to? Because I'm not really entitled to it. That was the trouble. But nobody else can wear it because it was made to measure to me.
That's true. That's true. You were a little troublemaker in this film for Maggie Smith. How did that feel?
Good. Yes, that's all you can give Violet is trouble. That's all she deals in. No, it's wonderful, wonderful. I had a very wonderful storyline, and to get to work with Maggie again and with Penelope was, it doesn't get better than that.
And what a rare thing for this time period piece for a woman to be that strong and that assertive and that in control of things as she was. How did that feel?
Well, I mean, I wonder, if that was Julian's, intention to make not just the young women strong and thinking about what they should do with their lives, but of a woman we won't give it away for people who haven't seen it, who's had a past and had a difficult time, living the life that she had to live and not being, dominated by men and trying to make her life easier for herself and for those around her, and at the same time being a lady in waiting to the Queen of England. And I think, and she wasn't kowtowed by Violet and wouldn't be told what to do, and making her point very clear. And I think it was wonderful to play a role like that.